welcome to the 2020 Thomas & Friends Bracket Tournament. Look at all of our contestants waiting patiently to race down our track. We're going to have our own little March Madness today. Alright guys? Yep. We have our recorder over here writing down everybody's names, keeping track of the brackets. We got Alex over here who's going to be in charge of starting them off equally. We have our slow motion camera down here, which is also going to be David, but he's going to make sure that if we have any close races, we'll make sure we know who the winner is. Alright, and let's see who we have here in our bracket. Starting in the top left corner, Mike's Tender versus Duncan, and we're going to go right down the list. Alright, we have our first race. We have Mike's Tender versus Duncan. Here we go, let him go! Ooh, looks like Duncan got past the finish line first. We have the Aquarium Shark Car versus the Black Cargo Car. Ready, set, go! Ooh, that was a close finish. We might have to do a slow motion vid. Looks like the Black Cargo Car won that round. It was a close race. Now we're going to White Cargo Car versus
Gold Sifting Car, which I think is this.
Alright, let's get them started. Go, Al. Let them rip. Ooh, looks like the white car is the winner.
Oh, it's the green one.
Now we have Spencer's Tender versus Molly's Tender. Ooh.
Spencer!
Alright, Spencer's the winner. Next we have the 60-year edition Percy versus Thomas. Percy, the winner. We have Heroes Tender versus Donald. Looks like the Tender's the winner. Next we have Paxton versus Splatter, the battle of the diesels. Alright, here we go. Looks like Splatter's the winner. Alright, we have the Box Car versus Donald's Tender. Go! Box Car. We have Percy versus Oliver. We have Edward versus Street Sweeper. Ooh, this Street Sweeper didn't do too well. Next, we have Dodge versus Mike. 3, 2, 1. Dodge, the winner. Next, we have Annie versus Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Next, we have Henry versus Victor. Next, we have Ice Percy versus Gold Car. I think it's Snow Percy. I don't know. It's full of ice. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, do we need a slow motion on that one? I think it's the gold. It was the Gold Car. Next we have Birdie versus Jack. Go. Ooh, that's a close finish. We need a slow-mo version. Jack was the winner on that round. Next, we have an interesting round. Elfi versus Sir Topham Hatt's car. 1. Ooh, Sir Topham Hatt took a tumble. We're gonna go over to the other side. Let's start up in this corner. We have the Octopus Car versus Emily's Tender. Next we have Vintage Thomas versus Vintage Percy. Ooh, that's a close one. We're gonna need some slow motion footage. Alright, it was Thomas that got it. That was a close one. Next we have Clarabelle versus Lady. Ooh, Lady couldn't handle it. Next we have James's Tender versus Gordon. believe Gordon was the winner on that one. Gordon got it. All right, so the next we have Vintage Henry versus Terrence. Ooh, I believe Terrence got it. Next we have Emily versus Molly. 1. Ooh, I think Molly came back to win. Molly got it. All right. Next we have Gordon's Tender versus Diesel 10. 1. Next we have Mavis versus Spencer. 1. Ooh, that's a close one. Mavis is the winner. Next we have Edward's Tender versus Dennis. Ooh, that's a close one, but I think it was Dennis. Let's go to the slow-mo. So we have Billy versus Caldy. Billy by a long shot. Next we have Annie Vintage Style versus Fred. Ooh. Next we have Skarloey versus Gold Sifting Car. Skarloey. Next we have the Caboose versus Toby. Caboose. Next we have the Rubbish Truck versus Diesel, but not any Diesel, it's the battery operated Diesel. All right, let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. I think I can. He's gonna make it. He's almost there. He's gonna make it. As long as he passes the finish line. And oh, he lost. Next we have Clarabelle, the one that lights up, versus Henrietta. 1. Henrietta. And the last round of the first 64, we have Henry's Tender versus D199. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, I think D199 got that one.
Yes, he did. Here are the winners of the first round who made it into the round of 32. Congratulations. Yeah, if a cargo car wins, that would be something else, huh? All right. Be sure to stay classy and subscribe to our channel.